Yo, does anybody ever remember that game Age of Empires from like the 90s and late 90s? Or any kind of game like that, even Red Alert, I guess. But more specifically, Age of Empires. Because sometimes you sit around thinking, is life a simulation or whatever? And you're just like, oh, what am I doing? Where am I going? Like, do you ever feel like, you remember when you get to a certain point in a game and you have like all these extra villagers and you just have like idle villagers just standing there, just like somewhere in the middle of the map doing absolutely nothing, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? And then, like, of course, you're hit your population cap, so you start deleting motherfuckers. Do you ever feel like you're that one of those guys, man? You're just like that villager that's just been, you're put here for a purpose. You do things. You're like yada yada yada, the overlord or the computer master, whatever the fuck, or God, whatever you want to call it, has a purpose for you, and then eventually you just kind of fucking peter out. It's like, okay, you're over there chopping trees. That's the most fucking, the most plentiful resource on most maps. It's just trees, trees, trees. So you're just chopping trees, chopping trees, chopping trees, chopping trees. And then eventually you get to the point where there's no fucking trees left and you're just standing there with an axe, like... And then meanwhile, the person who's running the game is over there playing, fighting over here, fighting over here, fighting over there, population cap, da 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 da. So you're just sitting over there costing population, but contributing nothing. So I guess my question is, do you ever feel like that villager that's just like still on the map, that's contributing absolutely nothing, that the overlord just hasn't found the time to delete you yet? Just delete it, because that's what you do when you have extra villagers in a game and you're already up to that point where you got fucking mad resources and you're battling. You kill off all the shit you don't need. So you're just sitting over there in the corner, man, just waiting for that fucking overlord to hit that delete button, bro. Because there's no more resources to gain. It's just the end of it. Anyway, you ever feel like that, bro? I don't know. # Age of Empires.